At Mississippi Power, I've noticed that when something happens to anyone, that community connection is at the core of helping bring people together to help that person.
Got a good group of folks and they want to get out and they want to do something, and a group can do a lot better than one person. So there's a lot of things that Community Connections does that allows them to do that, allows us all to do that. It's a good way to volunteer, it's a good way to give back, and it's a good way to pay it forward.
The Children's Emergency Shelter is a 24/7 operation that houses abuse and neglect children in the community. It's a sad situation where they're coming from. I don't want the kids to feel like they're isolated in a house. I want them to enjoy themselves. We can show them that there's a different norm to things, that you can have fun.
Our general office chapter of Community Connection has really taken the Harrison County Emergency Children's Shelter under its wing. The first time I went there, I thought I was going to serve them. I went in with this intent that they were going to get something out of what I was providing. And we spent the day there, and it was fun, and we had a good time. And by the end of it, when I got in my car, I left, and I couldn't help but cry, because it was one of the most heartbreaking yet the most joyful experiences I'd ever had. And that experience alone really changed me.
It brings the child's self-esteem up, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that people are involved to help with these children.
It's a very small thing, you know, it's one afternoon, but for those kids who have been pulled out of their homes, they're scared, they don't understand why they're there, they're often young, and we're just able to give them one afternoon of fun and joy, and they can just have a little bit of time to be a kid.
Community Connection, when they come in, they build a relationship with us, and that's what we like. They become part of our family.
Our mission is to feed the homeless, the working poor, and the needy in Gulfport. Today we serve 561 meals, that's with the to-go meals. And you can certainly tell when people come in that are hungry, because they don't care if it's a piece of bread and a glass of water. They devour it, and then you can really tell they're hungry. So the need is great.
You don't have to be a homeless person. It's a no questions asked. You can come in to feed my sheep, and if you can walk through the door, you can get a meal. It doesn't cost you anything.
We've had the groups from the power company now, for a good while that have come and served. I see it as the company being a part of their community and trying to, build up the community and make the community a better place to live.
The volunteers are very important to Feed My Sheep. If it wasn't for the volunteers coming and helping us, we wouldn't be able to make it through lunchtime every day.
Today, I was in the role to serving food. I was just being there, serving some salad, some bread, so they can have something to eat for the day. And I really enjoy it because I got the feeling that they really appreciate what we do for them.
You come in and you give from your heart. And whenever y'all come in and help me like this, it's a true blessing. And these people really appreciate what y'all are doing. And I love y'all for doing this for us.
You always need to give back to your community and always help others and see that not everybody has the opportunity to have a plate of food every day.
You have to basically have a servant's heart. It's got to be in your heart that you want to help people. And knowing a tremendous amount of people that are employed by Mississippi Power, I know that all of those people have big hearts and are willing to help and willing to work to make something better. And I just think it's what's within you to want to give and be a part of something that is much greater than you are personally.
The American Cancer Society is the largest privately owned giver of funds for cancer research. The Relay for Life itself is our largest fundraiser. It is a celebration of survivors. It is in honor of those that have lost. Mississippi Power Community Connection, they always have someone that attends our meetings, so they're very vocal and involved in the planning process.
I've been involved with the Relay for Life for 2 years, and as a co-chair, and that's been a really rewarding experience. Cancer is such a personal disease, and it touched me personally. Both my parents at one point in my life have both had cancer. My mother succumbed to cancer. She had had a bout with breast cancer, and when she got over that, she got sick again, and when it come back, it was bone cancer. And from that point on, she lived 3 weeks. So that kind of fuels my fire for it. There's hope for a cure, you know, and that's one thing that they always preach is, you know, that we're gonna find a cure. And that's the one thing that someone who's suffering with cancer needs more than anything, is just that hope to keep fighting. It just gives us an opportunity to just kind of reach out to them, just let them know who we are here at Mississippi Power, and through our community connection chapter, you know, what we're about. You know, I mean, we talk about, you know, being our brother's keeper all the time, and you know, this gives us an opportunity to actually get out and be those hands and feet, and show that that's who we really are. That's who we, you know, we're not just something that we say, it's something we believe.
Community Connection has an organization inside of itself called Family Connection. And the purpose of Family Connection is if we have an employee in need, for whatever reasons, you know, they may have lost a house, there may have been a catastrophe, well, it allows us to go help that person.
Maybe they've had a house fire or a family emergency or an illness in the family, and sometimes they don't actually reach out to us, someone reaches out on their behalf.
My son Reese, he was 18 years old last year. He was having cold type symptoms. They did an x-ray, and the family doctor saw what she thought was a mass. After they did the biopsy and figured out what they were dealing with, they said it was extremely fast growing cancer, and had we waited another 2 weeks to a month to see an oncologist before we get something started, it could have been spread everywhere. I was contacted by Community Connections to see if they could help, and you know, I was thinking, well, you know, I've always been told, don't turn away the help. You're gonna need the help, take it, and we've took it, and it has been a blessing. My fellow employees have went above and beyond, not only Community Connections. I've had fellow employees right there at Laurel, I think some outside of Laurel, got together and donated vacation. To have them donate that time when I haven't even asked, they just come together and said, we think he needs some more time with his family. And that's priceless. I mean, there's no words to describe the kindness of that to me. That touched me, and I appreciate it. I sure do.
Community Connection does so many different things. You know, I've helped clean up houses, yards, planted trees.
We love to be able to donate to organizations that need it. But the biggest part of Community Connection in my mind is the time that we give. To me, time matters so much more than a dollar can.
Come one time. Come volunteer with us one time. You'll be sold. Won't be a problem.
There's strength in numbers, and knowing that you've got brothers and sisters that are going to come along beside you, and they have the same goals, the same thoughts, the same, you know, ambition to see us succeed, that means a lot. And, you know, it also gives you strength, you know, to just keep on going and keep doing bigger and better things.